I'm a shark scientist and consider this video my formal application to be your go-to guy for shark content and really marine biology content across the board. Welcome to the Apex Files. My name is Dr. John Hlavin, also Marine Bio John on other platforms if you've come across my content there. Well, I recently got my PhD from the University of Miami Shark Research and Conservation Program. In fact, I'll be starting a brand new position in the next couple of weeks as an assistant professor of marine science, specializing in vertebrate ecology at Ecology here in St. Petersburg. Just spent the past 5 years in Miami and recently relocated over to this side of the state, the Gulf side, to St. Pete, and have been really enjoying so far. If there's any locals out there and want to give me their insider tips, I'm all ears. And at Eckerd, I will have the immense honor of setting up my own research group, which I have titled the Shark Conservation and Predator Ecology Lab, or SCAPE Lab, because us scientists love a good acronym. In my case, I like the SCAPE Lab because SCAPE has several ties to scientifically important concepts to me, like the concept of a seascape, or an assemblage or mosaic of different habitat types that work in unison, sort of like a landscape, and also the concept of an isoscape. Before that, I did my undergrad at the University of Notre Dame, where I got my Bachelor of Science in Biology, just plain old biology. And it's one of my favorite things to talk about with students, that you do not need an undergrad degree in marine biology or marine science to go on to be a marine biologist or marine scientist. And in fact, sometimes choosing a school for its marine biology program will actually do the opposite, because maybe it's not the right fit for you as a whole person. I had 3 really pivotal research experiences in undergrad that I think set me up well to make the next step into grad school. The first was I got into a research lab very early. I joined an aquatic ecology lab as a freshman and immediately got to start helping out in the lab with just sort of grunt analytical work. Number 2 was that I got to be a Noah Holling Scholar. It's a joint scholarship internship program from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration that I highly, highly recommend all sophomores and younger look into. And then number 3, in my case, I got to go on a 3-week visiting research assistantship type trip to the Galapagos Science Center, specifically with the National Eagle Scout Association. Has this Galapagos World Explorers program. I'm not sure if it still runs. Yes, I am an Eagle Scout, and this was a really cool experience. Well, I really did not know that I wanted to be a marine biologist until pretty late in high school. I always had a fascination with the ocean, with marine life, with going to the National Aquarium in Baltimore. Because in fact, sharks came very, very late in the story. It wasn't until I was in grad school that I figured out that sharks were going to be my thing. I was pretty into fish, but I wasn't on the team shark until pretty late. But I think an important aspect of who I am and why I'm talking to you now is my experience with science communication. Now, what got me to create the account in the first place? And this is a fun little story that I like to tell, because it was actually because I got a puppy. And this puppy, named Mufasa, or Moofie, M-O-O-F-I-E for short. I had a friend who sort of half jokingly was like, dude, your dog is so cute, you could make a living off of him online with social media. And so lo and behold, I made a TikTok for Moofie. His handle was moof.the.poof, Moof the Poof. And it took a little bit of time, I think a couple months maybe of posting, and I had a video get like 5 million views. And this same friend, Joe, shout out, love you brother, he came back with this it was almost like he was ready for this. He knew that this was gonna happen. He hit me with this, everyone has a dog, John. Not everyone's a shark scientist, so you need to be making content about sharks online. I started identifying mystery sharks for people, and then it just sort of took off from there. I'm currently at 144,000 followers on TikTok, another 11,000 on Instagram, 2,000 I think on Facebook, and 51,000 on Snapchat, even though I never really opened that app. We live right now in an era of unprecedented distrust in scientists and in experts in general. And so we need more of those people interacting directly with the public at large to cross and bridge that divide that exists right now between science and society. Which leads me to the final segment of this video, which is, what is this channel for? I really want this channel to be audience driven. I want it to be unique in that I want it to address a lot of of kind of heady shark science and talk about the peer-reviewed research so that I can translate it and make it interesting and show how it's applicable to all of you. I have an idea for like a This Week in Shark Science type series. One, as a professor and active researcher in this field, I need to be staying on top of the current literature, what's coming out, recent research developments, and recent news. Topics that are obviously always hot are the topics of shark bites, the topic of the possibility of sharks being overpopulated, which is a concept that is being pushed heavily by a lot of fishers who are experiencing increasing depredation or sharks stealing their catch. And number 3, the current uptick in shark fishing content online. I want to talk about the science. I want to talk about the confusion around certain, the misinformation surrounding sharks and the poor PR that they continue to have, and try and advocate for increased conservation, improved conservation for them. And yeah, I want to just make videos that you all will be motivated to pay attention to and unpack certain topics with me. This is the Apex Files. I really hope that you all will consider subscribing and tuning into it. I hope to put videos out at least monthly. I'm aim for weekly in the future. Obviously, I do not know what will all be required of me in this new position, setting up a brand new research lab and teaching courses at a college. But I do want to prioritize content creation, especially long form content creation, where we can really get into the meat of topics with a lot of detail. So thanks for listening, and I hope to see you in the next one.